Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome to my channel and thank you for stopping by. Hope your day's going great. So let's talk about Austroraptor. With Tyrannosaurus and Horde Test and now the latest addition of Allosaurus, it begs the question on when is Austro coming, as Austro is the next one. As you can see here on the list, this is the order of the next playables, so Austroraptor is the next one to come. But Dondi did mention in the last dev blog that Austroraptor, Baryonyx, Oviraptor and Kentrosaurus will come together. At least that's what it seemed like he was implying. So this could mean that we might have to wait a little bit longer, or we could get very lucky and it might be a Christmas update. Maybe a Horde Test will come out and we'll get those 4 playables. I only say this because if you've been following the Isle, most of you will know that they're all quite far along, pretty much nearing completion. But then again, it is already November, so that's not that far away. So we shall see. But do let me know, what do you guys think? When do you think Austroraptor will come into the game? Do you think it's a this year or a next year kind of thing? But anyhow, and on top of that, we have been seeing Austroraptor models in Horde Test. I'll try and find some images as I didn't actually see it myself, as I haven't been there yet, but it's I think by the docks in one of those big cages, there's some Austroraptors sleeping in a cage. Also Baryonyx. So of course they're teasing us even more. And usually when they tease us, well, I want to say go somewhere, but not always. If you've been following the Isle, you know what I mean. But apart from that, let's talk what we think Austroraptor will be like. I will leave some lovely animations in the background as well for you to witness, which are all from the last dev blog and previous dev blog, so you can kind of see the progress that's been made. So Austroraptor is going to be nimble. It's going to be quite a small predator, and Kissen has mentioned before that it's not going to be necessarily strong for attacking. Not that it will be useless, but you're not going to really play it to fight necessarily, unless you're fighting some small tiers, let's say. And I mean really small tiers, not like even Omniraptor, but like Beipei, which we'll get onto as well because that's actually in the concept art. But it's going to be quite an interesting little playable. It's going to be semi-aquatic, very quick, very agile as well. And by the looks of it, from the concept art, it'll have some sort of sonar capability to locate fish. Now, of course, these concept arts were made quite a while ago. And again, just like in the name concept art, things can change. So don't take everything that I say as fact right now. And also whatever you see on a concept art, it's not necessarily fact. It's more like ideas. Most of them have come true with each concept art of each playable that has come out. But there's still some bits missing. For example, Dryo hasn't got boring. Right, but yeah, as you can see, Austroraptor is looking at fish here, so it could indicate that it has some sort of sonar capabilities where it can kind of see through the water a bit easier, or maybe it's just showcasing that look, it's going to be something that's going to have fish on a diet. It's fighting Beipei here, so this is what I meant earlier on. Looks like it's going to be an aggressive little battle. Austroraptor is of course quite a bit bigger than Beipei, but Beipei does pack a punch for juveniles, and since Austro is going to be a little bit weaker, probably more fragile, it can probably have a pretty decent one-on-one fight with a Beipei where it can kind of go probably either way. And of course, Beipei is semi-aquatic, so maybe these will clash on land and in water. But then interestingly enough, it does seem like it's doing something to scare off an Omniraptor or in some way deterring it from attacking. Don't really know what this means, to be honest with you. Like, is it just screaming? Has it figured out how to do screamo? Is it part of Slipknot or something? I'm not sure what it is, but it's doing something and the Omni's like, yo, I don't like this. But then if you look at the next slide, you can see, which has to be, I presume, a Troodon, judging by this picture here, and it's yanking its neck. So it looks like Austroraptor might be one of those ones that's going to give even Troodon a run for its money, but I bet even Troodon will be something that will fight back. Now if we go up, you got a very adorable picture, which I think will only be concept, unfortunately, but I really hope we do see this in game because it'll be absolutely adorable. You got a little baby Austro just sitting on the back of Mummy Austro, just chilling there, walking around. How cool would that be if you could spawn in, you have a friend, and they're big, and they can just carry you around? Now, how cute would that be? I would love that. Like, I think Therizinosaurus also has something kind of similar. Not that it's carrying them, but you can hide in the feathers. I hope that will be coming too. Here you've got it showcasing that it's swimming, semi-aquatic. It's got webbed feet by the look of it too, probably to help it swim even better, more quicker in the water. And here's another thing too. This is what ties into kind of the first part where I said I think it might have some sort of sonar where it can kind of see in the water a bit better from outside. As you can see, there's a Deinosuchus here, and the Ostro's kind of looking like, you think I don't see you? It might very well be that Austro might be one of those, because it's going to be quite weak. It'll be able to utilize other skills to kind of help it survive. And finally, we can see that Austro will be able to jump, and by the looks of this, quite high as well and quite far. Maybe this is just for purely diving into the water, or maybe this is generally it will just be able to jump a lot. from place to place. So yeah, that's the concept art for Austroraptor. Me personally, it's something that I look forward to coming to the game purely because, well, it's something new, to be honest with you. Not that we've been short of anything new, so I'm not trying to say I'm greedy here, but it's also one of those that I don't, and some people might hate on me for this, but I don't really care for. I'm not really a small tier player. I prefer my mid tiers to apexes, but mainly mid tiers. So Austro for me is just a bit small. I'll definitely give it a go, and who knows, maybe it will change my mind. Maybe I'll play it and it'll be really fun. Like, I'll definitely jump on it and stream it, nest, play around with it, see what I can do with it and have fun. But I don't think it'll be something that I would visit very often. But I know most of you, especially if you clicked on this video, look forward to it, because there's been a lot of people in my comments saying either Baryonyx or Austroraptor. They're the two main ones that everyone's like, I can't wait to see. Especially since Allosaurus is already released. Now people are not talking about Allo anymore. But I do think it'll add a nice little piece to the ecosystem for the small tiers. Something that will probably maybe even be able to go into sanctuaries somewhat till quite a late stage. I doubt we'll be able to stay there if it's going to be fully grown, because I know Troodon can, but it's quite a bit bigger than Troodon. Maybe the weight will still be similar because it's quite a petite build, but we'll have to just wait and see. It might be one of those that you're going to have a great time hunting older juveniles, stopping baby Rexes from growing, like fresh spawns, maybe Allosauruses as well, because I can't really see Ostro doing much. And one thing actually, because I really don't know, and even judging by the concept art, apart from it having a baby on his back, is Ostro going to be kind of a solitary player, or is it going to be more of a pack hunter? I would imagine it as being something that would kind of play a bit more solo, maybe duo. I don't think maybe that many would play together. I just feel like that's the kind of play style for it. Kind of like Herrera. Herrera is another one that's quite good with solo or duo. Like, yes, of course you can have more, but it kind of works better with less. Less is more in a sense for these guys, especially because you're meant to be kind of hidden and unseen, and the more of you there are, the harder that is, of course, to achieve. It's not like Troodon where you're so small that the grass just covers you. And since it'll be semi-aquatic, I would imagine there'll be something that will spawn and thrive in swamps, in the shallow waters and in the deeper waters, maybe coexist with Dino, probably get eaten by Dino as well a lot. But what would be really great would be actually to make it more of a northeast kind of area dinosaur. Simply because northeast is, well, at least at this time, it's still quite a dead area. No one really goes there. And it's a damn shame because it's beautiful there. They did so much work. Like, the start of Gateway was all about that area, and it kind of just faded more south. Then they put more new stuff in south, then even more new stuff in south. And yes, the northeast area has been touched up plenty of times. It looks great now as well, just like it did before. However, you don't really see many playables there because, well, most diets are not there, and anyone else that does have a diet there or a patrol zone only go there to AFK grow, so you never see them, or they just go there just for the sake of going there quickly and then they go back to Abua's Highlands, or now Delta, which has become a big thing since T-Rex, and then of course South, even though at least in Horde Test wise it's 90% Delta, that whole area around there. But yeah, that's enough on Ostro. Let me know your guys' thoughts on it. Are you looking forward to it? And just like I asked at the beginning, when do you think it's gonna come? Apart from that, you guys have a fantastic day and peace.